Hello and welcome to SJSU Valorant Match Day. I'm here with my boy Hayden,
Yes, sir.
and it looks like we're going to be getting into the match pretty soon. Do you know anything about what's going on, what our opponents are, anything like that?
I think that this is pretty unequivocally gonna be the match of the regular season. Right now, SJSU, kind of as expected, is on a heater right now. And then Boise State bringing some very similar energy also in the 6-0 club.
Ooh.
So this is gonna be a battle of the undefeated. Someone's gonna have to go away with that L column finally being tarnished.
Well, one thing's for sure. I went into the esports room just to check out, see what was going on, see what the game plan was, and the only words I heard were freelo. So all I'm saying is SJSU is coming out swinging, and they're looking at a 7-0 after today if they can, prove that this is freelo. But it looks like our first map is going to be bind for today.
Yeah, I mean, listen, as someone who basically only played this game during the beta, it's always nice to, see some familiarity, not only with the bind, but also with some of the agents as well. Going to be seeing some of that classic action with the Brimstone and the Viper on the attacking side. Defense going to be a bit more on the new side in regards to the comp.
Yeah, the Tejo is definitely an interesting pick right now. I know he did recently get nerfed, so he's fallen out of favor in the meta. So I am curious to see what the Tejo is able to accomplish here on bind. I know on the B site, clearing the back of B site is incredibly important, so that can be an incredibly strong tool to move people out there. But I do know it's a little weaker than he used to be, a little less kind of omnipresent than he was.
I mean, SJSU going to bring some omnipresence on their side as well with that Yoru. Going to be looking to control a lot of the space, not necessarily on site, but gets on site utility as well. Along with, we are seeing some Clove action. I mean, I feel like that agent is just tried and true in competitive and in team play this year. It has just been on a tear.
Having the ability to smoke while you're dead and having the ability to just come back from the dead, those two are pretty strong abilities. Skyflash is already being traded for information outside of that B site, and it looks like we're going incredibly fast. SJSU almost takes out Oko in the back of sight, and it looks like Lamps is going to go the way of Boise so far.
There you go. Gonna be a skirmish on the A side here. SJSU trying to lead that charge from the attacking side. Great discipline comes out here from Skies. Gonna try to trade it 2 for 2, but Yuri picks up a third, gets some interest on that one.
Looks like we're gonna already go for the teleport. Brimstone running to B. Kompeki getting the last kill of that first round. SJSU taking Lamps with incredible speed.
People were wondering how the absence of Cade was gonna affect this roster, but when you slot it in with another rifler with as much power as Kompeki, also has that same echelon of top tier experience in Valorant. So far, the switch has been basically seamless.
Yeah, it's been an incredibly seamless switch overall. I mean, we haven't seen them really have any troubles whatsoever this season. And what I'm interested in this buy round is we do have a stinger on the side of SJSU. Didn't see who picked it up, but it's an interesting choice coming into this round here.
There.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, a little bit limited, but might want to be extremely penny pinching here in the second round. Might just try to out aim this Boise State team and then get some credits to go along with it if the gambit pays off. I mean, if you already have the confidence in your gunplay that SJSU has, I could see that move being positive EV.
Yeah, this is an interesting default here. SJSU looking to capitalize on Boise's aggression, but Boise maintaining a lot of composure here, not over aggressing at any point at all. That A mid, that A short kind of area is going to be a bit of a pain point if they're looking to end here, and it looks like they might start going for a push.
And it feels like Boise is running a setup that is to counter the exact strategy we saw from round number 1. It's like, listen, they will employ the exact same tactics as they did before. As you can see, though, we have the Clove, and I believe the Tejo trying to push up and clear out that way into T side.
And it looks like SJSU makes the proper read. B site completely clear. Viper smoked off. That's going to be 2 TPs coming through, so that hookah area will be a bit dangerous to go through. Nade misses on Yuri. And now SJSU has complete control of everything that they need. Konpeki with the marshal, or the sheriff, sorry, playing in the playing on that long angle will be incredibly hard to take out.
Yeah, I mean, Konpeki just sitting and chilling on long. Finally looks like he's going to go back up and help with this absolute mania in hookah going on right now. Konpeki ends up taking out one. Oko goes and cleans it up. 3-0 trade so far for SJSU. It's not even a trade.
No.
It's just a straight buy.
This is just straight domination from SJSU. It's a bit hard when Boise State doesn't have the guns that they would normally need. Yuri grabs another one. KOS picks up one on Yuri and dies to the spike. And it looks like KOS is going to be a little bit richer. The entire Boise team will be a little bit richer for that.
That is just nuts. And we were wondering before about how the economy was going to work out, picking up yet another stinger on SJSU's side, knowing full well that Boise is going to come out guns blazing by every sense of the word. It's full buys for both sides, but SJSU still electing to go with the SMGs.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting choice, especially when Damio has picked up a judge and is playing long with the judge, it looks like. Rotates into hookah. That makes a little more sense there, but SJSU on the complete other side of the map, look where the spike is. It looks like SJSU is going to try to pressure A here and eventually move to a B hit after maybe making somebody rotate, maybe making something happen.
Yeah, I mean, we already see that Brimstone rotating around to just grab the spike. Might not even try to go for that gambit with the B side and just push up on A. They don't see that similar strategy where we have all 5 sitting on one site with a bit more of a balanced look. It could be anyone's game on either side.
Yeah, it could be anyone's game, especially because that dog didn't get the info that it needed here. Damio still has a great position with the judge, but doesn't have the information. Dog coming in, going to see where Damio is. That's going to be the SMGs coming in. Yuri grabs one. Skies picks up one from the teleporter too, but Yuri with that stinger grabs the refrag onto Skies.
Man, with all that carnage, it all comes down to the 2v2. Man, we see Skies there. Basically, no health to his name. Can he get out in time? It sure can. Yuri picks up his second 3K in 2 rounds, or 3 rounds, excuse me. KOS once again left to try to defend against this 2v1. And isn't Konpeki the aim just so much better than KOS there? 3 rounds in a row picked up.
Yeah, that was an incredibly played round as well. Having that, the bonus still not really having any weapons and being able to create something out of nothing. It looks like SJSU's prediction of Freelo may be coming true.
And now with those gambits before, you could see it paying off. And now full rifles on the side of SJSU and over, was that 13,000 credits to spare regardless of how this next round goes. Left to Eco is Boise, trying to pick up whatever they can with the sheriffs, but might not be able to find much considering how much better the crosshair placement and gunplay has been on the side of San Jose State.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to point out in terms of crosshair placement and gunplay is actually, if you watch Konpeki's aim, it is incredibly good. It is
stupid.
Genuinely the way he aims, where he kind of slowly locks on, or quickly locks onto a target, takes a second to confirm it, and then gets the kill. It's something that I don't see out of many players at this level, and it's honestly kind of a step above.
I mean, that's where that tier 1 experience comes from. Has some experience with that Sentinels roster.
Ken's disciple.
All right, gonna be pushing through the showers here. A absolute wall out here for the Broncos, trying to get a flash going.
Oh no.
Gonna be Sky Util for Sky Util, and once again
we're they're all blind.
What is blind?
Damio picks up 4. Konpeki grabs 1, may be able to make something happen here, but this is going to be a difficult round with 3 people staring down Konpeki. 1 coming on the flank as well. Konpeki trying to make something happen here, but Skelesis gets the flick and finishes that round off, ending Konpeki's perfect KD.
Wow, that was rough. I mean, that was probably the best use of 200 credits I've ever seen. You pick up 4 complete flashes, you go in there, all you need is a judge and some time, and they were able to pick it up there. Damio, what a play, already skyrocketing up the leaderboards, and now the tides have turned in terms of the economy, if you can see it right there.
Yeah, SJSU's a little bit broke now, to be honest. They do have this bye this round, but if Boise is able to put this round together, they're going to have so much money to work with and so much more of a buffer. KOS does manage to pick up a bit of some information on Long, but this game is so controlled with information. Neither side is really allowing the other to figure out where they are and forcing them to kind of try to overextend or make the wrong guess here. But SJSU might be making the correct guess in this situation.
It's all going to come down to win. Skies feels it's the right time to strike. Oko, what a way to clear off that B site.
Compek loses the fight to Skies. Skies does have 8 HP, so it is going to be a very difficult fight for them when they get in one, but the flood into the B site from SJSU is incredibly effective here.
Only able to get 25 shield with that regen. Not going to be left with that. And a Clove who has been relatively untouched. Doesn't even get a chance to use the recall. Danny has something to say about it early.
And Ethan gets picked off. Master does have a potential clutch here. 1v3. It will be incredibly difficult, but it can happen. Master wasting a bit of time here. Oko does have a great position, but can Master maybe make something happen here?
Nope. The answer is absolutely not. 3K going over to Oko, who has been proving his worth here in this round, and immediately that momentum that we saw built up from Boise gets shut down.
Immediately we go for a timeout. Unfortunately for Boise, it looks like they need to make something happen with that timeout, try to potentially regroup, say, all right, like what's going wrong? We did get that one round, and we have been making these rounds a bit closer than what they have been close rounds, but it's just kind of finishing those rounds out, making it so that SJSU finally has to use money, finally has to use resources in order to get a next round. That's the adaptation I want to see from them. I want to see something where maybe something changes. Maybe they play a little bit more aggressively or maybe a little less aggressively, depending on what the coach is seeing here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of been the problem coming out here from Boise State, is that they have been too committal on certain strategies. We haven't seen it work out too often. I mean, that one round they won, it worked out basically to perfection. Had 5 chilling on the A site, got pretty much the perfect flash that they needed to pick up 4 and, secure the thrifty there. But you can't really rely on those types of gung-ho strategies the same way that SJSU is able to, especially with the fact that, I mean, they've just been getting outplayed the whole time.
Yep. No, SJSU has been absolutely just working around everything that Boise wants to do. I think the other issue with what Boise's doing, like you were saying, is being a little gung-ho, but also, the slot machine's only going to hit so often, right? You put 4 people in a row on some area, and you're only going to hit once every few rounds, and that's not enough to win against a roster like this SJSU roster.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, maybe the strategy is to go ahead, pick up those incredibly strong kill differentials. Then he pops the ult.
This is going to be a 2K here. Ethan grabs one. Oko grabs one. Master uses the res here. Spam into it. Kompeki grabs that one. And now it is just the 2 players left rotating from the B site to try to retake. Bomb going down. Flank watch already established. They see the dog coming through, and they know exactly what they need to do to defend this site.
With that dog going out, a lot of that retake potential goes out as well. Now you basically have you have the flash. I believe that the ult is online as well, but not too much. And with this attentive SJSU roster, their position already given up. Jackson and Kompeki able to pick those ones up as well. 3-man advantage, and yet another dominant round win for SJSU.
No, this has genuinely been the complete opposite of watching the SJSU Frost roster. Every time I watch them, it's always struggling on attack, but absolutely just domination on defense. And it looks like the SJSU roster here kind of flipped that on its head, gone, all right, we're going to win all of our attacks as well.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we don't even know how they're going to be able to play on the defensive side of things. I mean, a lot of this game in general, very, very T-sided.
Yes. One of the things I also want to point out for Boise Eco, but maybe Viper's going to be into a little bit of a trap here. Viper doesn't take any damage, but looks like we have 3 people stacked on top of each other trying to get anything happen. But what I was going to point out earlier while we have a little bit of a lull in the action is one thing that the Boise State guys could be doing in order to protect their eco a little more is buying light armor, because there's only Vandals on the side of the SJSU roster, which means that if you get headshot, no matter if you have the heavy armor or the light armor, you're gonna die either way.
Right, you're gone regardless. And but I guess it comes down to, do we want the body shots to count that much as well? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oko once again finds himself at just the right spot. However, KOS able to pick up 2, able to pick up 3, now leaves it down to Konpeki once again. It's getting some deja vu from the last round. They were able to win with the 1v4.
Now Konpeki does have the bomb and does have a great rotation opportunity here. May get caught off by SJSU, and it looks like SJSU knows what's happening. Konpeki not checking the corner properly, and SJSU able to get that kill. Boise looks like that timeout did do something, even if that last round was a loss.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, now we're going to be seeing not quite an eco. Like, I feel like we're seeing a half buy come out here for SJSU. We still see some rifles in there. See the Stinger as well. But, you know, it's like, it's the same sort of deal. Boise doesn't have as much in terms of the economy to try to fully take advantage of the crippled resources from San Jose State. And a team that we have seen traditionally not being able to aim as well as the team that they're facing. We see a Guardian. Like, that's usually not the buys you want to see. Yeah,
that's Aura.
I mean, oh my gosh.
Skies looks like they're going to be challenging this bathroom position with the Guardian. This is an Aura swing. Grabs one from Oko. Gets refragged by Ethan. SJSU grabs Jackson and Yuri. And that's going to be an incredibly fast take. Ethan on site does grab the bomb and is going to probably be able to get a plant off here. But the 4v2 is going to be an incredibly difficult uphill battle for Konpeki and Ethan.
Oh, they do end up getting the plant off. Ult completely nullified.
Konpeki almost dies. 35 HP, uses the Viper's pit here. Any one bullet from the Boise side will end this Viper's pit. So he has to play incredibly safely. Ethan with the flash out of the smoke grabs one.
No way. 4v2, take it all the way down to 2v2. Flashes the bomb. 1v1. Ethan already on the 3K, trying to pick up 4 for the win. Here's a defuse. Doesn't believe him. KOS trying to find. Just barely clicking off in the clutch from Ethan. 4 kills to his name. And what a defense by Konpeki and Ethan to pick up that round.
Konpeki even dying in the smoke, knowing, you know, KOS knew exactly where Konpeki was, used that grenade to perfection. And even still, Ethan just Aura farms, absolutely gets everything done. And that was a disgusting round from SJSU.
Goodness gracious. How in the world is Boise going to be able to recover from that and try to salvage this CT side is beyond me.
Oh, this is not only a gap in the weaponry right now. This is not only a gap in the players right now, but mentally, that's a 4v2. You had it. That was a 3v1. That should have been Boise's by all definitions of that situation. And yet, Ethan just absolutely taking matters into his own hands and destroying the hopes of Boise here.
I mean, I saw them all stacking up for the retake, and I was like, man, this just, I don't know, something really just feels off with the vibes right now.
Guys, uses the ult. Great teleport out from Jackson in order to avoid that. That's going to be the onions coming out. Oko does die to the Teho ult, but Damio in a bit of a precarious situation, stuck outside bathroom. Master grabs the kill onto Jackson, and now it is a 3v4, but Boise's still on a bit of unfavorable weaponry.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, and you still have Thani. Oh my gosh, I was going to say you still have Thani up and available instantly, equalizing the manpower on both teams.
Yeah, Ethan just absolutely having a game right now. And Skies does have this bathroom control, is able to lurk up in that bathroom. Boise does have quite a bit of control over the map. If you look, Ethan's looking for a bit of a flank here. Yuri forced out of the position there, and Towels dies. Skelis is grabbing another one, and now Ethan yet again stuck in the clutch.
Let me see if he can do anything here. Tries to shoot through the boxes, doesn't find much. Barely alive, and with a wall that can be tapped, it's not looking good. Just gonna have to give this one up and hang on to whatever credits we could salvage.
Yeah, I mean, that Phantom is worth quite a bit of credits here, so that is going to be a great save option from the SJSU roster here. 3 to 6 is still, you want that. 3 to 6 is great.
That is true. I mean, hey, when you think about it, the absolute worst position that you can be in right now is a tie.
Yeah,
Going into CT.
you know, every round for SJSU here is just gravy, right? It's just getting those extra rounds, getting everything on top. 6-6, that's all we want here. That's all we care about, right?
I mean, and the comp that San Jose State is running, I mean, obviously, you know, when you have Yoru, you're going to be thinking of a lot of the utility that's going to be able to get on attacking side. However, I mean, the rest of that roster, incredibly strong for CT as well, so.
Ethan getting a lot of information, just standing there, forcing everyone back. Oko with a Spectre here playing a close angle. Ethan with a shotgun also playing a close angle. This is going to be a very difficult take for this Boise State roster.
Barely getting out of the way of that. Util gets behind him, and all of a sudden, Skies ends up taking the 1-for-1.
3 people in this elbow area. It's a very, very precarious situation. That's going to be the decay thrown out. Does get one. Master gets one. Skelesis gets one. Skelesis on 1 HP gets taken out by Ethan, but Ethan, the hopes of SJSU for this round get taken out. And Boise looks like they've somehow figured out the key, figured out what they need to be doing in order to start beating this SJSU roster.
At this point, getting to that tie at halftime is just going to be Boise's to fumble. I mean, the economy is not looking too good for San Jose State. They only have 1 round to get any of that back, and another round to actually go ahead and secure it. It's looking real good for Boise right now.
Oh, it's looking real good for Boise. I think Boise's stock market just hit 50K, while SJSU in a bit of a more precarious situation here. Really wondering what the SJSU strat is going to be this round. They've been playing incredibly slow, incredibly patient, but this may be a little bit faster of a round here.
They're trying to have Ethan lead with the Bucky, or at the very least make some noise and try to get some action going on the A site.
Pecky playing alone in that mid position, working towards bathroom, and it looks like we might be shifting from a B hit over to an A hit here. As everybody kind of ends up mid, we may be looking at a repeat of that round 1 for SJSU here.
So far, no one making a move just yet. A minute on the clock still for San Jose State to try to do something.
SJSU working their way in. Oko does grab a lot of space here. That will be the plant going down for SJSU. Jackson getting that. Ethan in a very favorable situation here, using that shotgun. Unfortunately, doesn't one-shot Skelesis, and now that Lamp's position needs to be retaken by Oko.
Echo's firing into the smoke. It's gonna be so hard. They were just sitting there sieging Jackson, and now trying to pressure this bomb any way that they can.
Great molly from the Brimstone there. Kompeki grabs 1, grabs 2. That's going to be the res for Master here. Master looking to get a kill to stay alive. Doesn't manage to get it. Yuri grabs 1, and Yuri will not have the time to use that Brimstone ult to prevent the defuse there.
Oh my gosh, it gets hit with the util on the way out, not the way you want to end things now. 1 more round before side switch.
I will say, I think that was a misplay from Boise State there, because you do want to leave Yuri with that, without an economy, right? You would want to leave him without one. I didn't realize the money on Yuri. He did have enough money to buy a gun regardless, but leaving him alive with the Spectre may have been a better play, assuming that there were more rounds coming forward.
Yep. That is not going to be the case, though. You're going to get an all-out buy from both sides. Nothing else you could do with those credits.
Viper's Pit does get activated on A, I believe. So Boise has a great A defense, and they can focus a lot more on B. That's the Yoru teleport going through, fake teleport. Damio in front of it, doesn't even need to worry about it. And it looks like we're seeing a pretty big rotate from Boise here. 3 people on that B site.
1-for-1 master down. Skies still on the loose. Jackson tries to get the plan off and sure does. Knows that there's going to be some commotion going on in Hookah, but doesn't quite know exactly how many there are. Tries to go ahead, get Yuri. Finds one. Oko goes ahead, cleans up, gets the revenge necessary.
Oko in a great position here. Unfortunately, gets hit by the util. Skies runs in with that shotgun and does manage to get it. 2v1 here, and that's going to be the ult coming out from the SJSU side. Boise does manage to get one. Oko runs behind, gets the kill with the shotgun, and that will be a 5-7 half for SJSU.
Switches over to the secondary. What a play. I mean, listen, I know personally I would have been pulling out the guys. I would be pulling out the Vandal there at any time. I would be pulling out the M4 at any time. Goes ahead, goes. It knows exactly where he's going to end up there with the dashes. Incredible work coming out here to try to push this lead.
No, SJSU 5-7 on attack. You do have that slight advantage going in. And defensively, their comp is pretty good. Viper does do a great job on defense of closing things out. Yoru does have great rotation ability on this map. And you do have pretty good set of mollies, pretty good set of util. I think Boise's may have been a bit more of a defensive comp here.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, when you saw the way that Boise was playing too, they were really just trying to push the manpower advantage as well as having slightly better util for the defensive side of things. And now they've got to be trying to find some sort of aggression MacGyver, some sort of attacks on these sites with not that much to work with.
Becky in a bit of a difficult situation here. Jay takes out the knife. They swing. Don't know that Jackson. Oh my God, they grabbed 2. I thought they wouldn't realize that Damio was behind them.
Nah, they're like, we are good. Believe me on that. Jackson goes and uses the healing on himself. It pays off. Able to assist Konpeki with one, pick up the other for himself right now. Looking like they're trying to go for a flawless pistol round. Oh, finds Oko there. That would have been the way to do it there. Getting all of this Boise State side, only losing Oko in the process.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was a great round from SJSU. Seems like pistol rounds are a very big forte of this SJSU roster, being able to create and work in chaos incredibly efficiently. And again, we see instead of Konpeki having the outlaw here, it looks like it's going to be Oko. It's a bit of an interesting choice considering on attack we saw Konpeki being the one kind of holding those more sniper, more long range guns, but now Oko, with the more movement ability focused character, is going to be using those.
I do respect it. I mean, especially given the abilities that we do see on the side of Konpeki. I mean, you want to be able to get him in those short CQC type of spots just so that you can, you know, go for those retake scenarios just in case. Looking like you might not even need it though. Thani only having the Sheriff, able to take out 2.
Ethan absolutely going crazy with the Sheriff there, and Yuri in a great position to make something happen. Oko also in one. Yuri grabs one. Oko gets swung into, grabs another, and the last one alive is Skelesis, who gets taken out by Yuri. 5-0 bonus. 9-5 for SJSU. That's 4 more rounds for SJSU to finish this first map out.
2 rounds have concluded and only 1 death from SJSU through all of that. Incredible play, incredible preservation ability as well from all of these players. Like, that is exactly what you need if you want to try to push to that victory and do it in an incredibly wide margin as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is an incredibly solid defense from this SJSU roster, and it looks like SJSU getting a little aggressive here. 3 playing in that mid area, 2 playing in that hookah area. It looks like we're retreating already.
Yeah, I mean, we already saw some fireworks coming out of the attacking side.
Jackson being a little aggressive, getting a little frisky, not going to make something happen. Konpeki grabs one through the wall, healed up to full health again, and it looks like this SJSU roster is up already on the 2nd round of their bonus. Skelis is looking to clear hookah here. Looks like they are committing fully to this B hit. Ball coming out from Jackson, trying to get any information down long from these two.
Scout destroyed.
Now us and Jackson in the same spot here, knows exactly who's where. Heard the footsteps from earlier.
Oh my god!
Picks up 3 is Jackson. Konpeki finishing the job.
What a round from Jackson, maintaining that aggression the whole time, putting himself in a position where he knew he would never be able to get out of that. And now SJSU again, the first 3 rounds of the match going immediately their way. They managed to continue that bonus on another round, and now, again, Boise State's economy is in shambles.
Not only is Boise State's economy in shambles, but SJSU's is absolutely thriving. I mean, full buys from all sides, but could do it again if they really wanted to.
Ethan getting very aggressive here, knowing that there's somebody outside, and this is looking very, very interesting with how Ethan's doing things. Up mid, that's 4 players. Immediately, 1 gets picked off by Oko. Oko in a bit of a difficult situation. Ethan misses the first shot. Skelesis runs up on Oko. Sorry, Yuri and Ethan grab 1 each, and Bomb is down on sight.
See the stem beacon coming out here from Yuri, trying to be a bastion. Jackson doesn't even need that one though. And Yuri able to just terrorize that fight once again. SJSU only losing 1.
2 more rounds to go. Ethan, with the absolute confidence in his teammate, takes out the knife and starts running at the end of that round there. And this is crazy. If you look at the KDs on both sides, Boise isn't even doing that bad for how bad their round count is right now in terms of how the kills that they're picking up, as most of their players are even or close to even. But this SJSU roster, it's just straight carnage from them.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan picking up a 2 KDA on map 1 is nuts.
Yeah, Yuri and Skella gets picked out. Oko and Yuri picked already. Immediate fast flank coming up from the SJSU roster, but they know that Viper is playing in market here. Does Viper know?
It's like, I mean, sitting there observing those barrels. Here we go, though. 2 Vandals out. KOS not trying anything too frisky. I mean, if you have 3 characters that you want to use for a retake on this team, it's definitely going to be these 3, barring the ults.
Yeah, Viper has a great position to be sniping from. Skelesis, oh, here, 1 gets picked off. Jackson taking a fight here. Used, unfortunately for them, not going to work. KOS does pick up Ethan here. Another set of util use. Jackson being forced into the corner here. 6 HP. Anything to Jackson will be a kill. Konpeki grabs 2, is on site, knows where 2 out of the last 3 are, as 2 of them are stuck in bathroom. Uses the molly to cut them off. Now needs to take the 1v1 incredibly quickly. KOS with the wide swing picks up the kill onto Konpeki. And Boise finally establishing their first bastion round on attack.
Yeah, and the problem with that is that because SJSU was able to run so wild beforehand, look at how much money we have on that defending side. I mean, the buys just reflect it there. It says we could do whatever we want, and there's nothing you could do to stop it now with the op coming out as well.
Yeah, Jackson buying an Odin, maybe not the op in the Odin, opting for a much more standard attack, or a standard weapon set, but they still have a huge amount of firepower in the coming rounds. That dog going to get a little bit of information here, dodging Jackson's bullets, a little bit of a shimmy from the dog there. Jackson may need to hit the aim labs.
Yeah, I was gonna say we will be opening Kovacs after this map is over. But enough about that. We still have plenty of Broncos on the other side that you need to take down. So
yeah.
Got Skies and Master trying to figure out how they're going to be utilizing this wall. Jackson regroups back into Hookah with Konpeki instead.
Looks like SJSU's B defense is going to consist of taking this mid area, taking Hookah and maintaining control of that. Skelesis does grab Oko, who was trying to go for the flank, but Jackson on the flank grabs Damio, pops the onions. No, not opting to pop the onions, instead saving them. KOS and Skelesis creeping up on Jackson in market here.
KOS, Jackson exchanging information. Going to be a matter of who peaks first. Jackson ends up winning the trade. Skelesis picks up the revenge.
SJSU still has a man advantage here. Master, oh, in a bad position with the weaponry out. Kompeki grabs one, and now it is a 3v1. Boise State just has the Tejo left. SJSU has map control everywhere. And Ethan, oh no, Ethan!
Oh man, I mean, at least you know where he is, but my goodness. Yeah, if it's like you had 3 there, all 3 on the A site, that one was looking inevitable unless Skells pulled out something crazy. Yes, JSU now on match point.
And it looks like that's going to be another Boise State timeout. SJSU putting them on the back foot, 6-12. That is a minimum of 7 rounds you have to win in a row in order to even barely getting on the match point.
Yeah, I'm like, and then at that point, you don't even win. You still got to win by 2 since we'd be heading over to OT. It's looking brutal.
Oh, it's looking incredibly brutal. This is not the position you want to be in as Boise State. SJSU has all the money in the world, all the time in the world to make anything happen. So this timeout better have some key information, something that can change exactly what Boise is thinking, how they're playing, how they're moving.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like this timeout probably isn't for this game, right? It's just that they have the timeout available, gives you a little bit of extra time to really try to get your head in the game for map number 2. Like, yeah. We're not saying this one's over, and we're not saying that, you know, there isn't a chance that they might have talked about something during that last timeout. But in reality, this is a set. You know, it's not going to be a 1-1. You got to focus on winning the whole thing.
Yeah, one of the interesting things as well here that I want to point out is Boise does have 3 ults to work with and 2 ults that are either 1 kill or 1 ult orb away. So they do have the resources to kind of maneuver those ultimates and kind of cycle the ultimates as the rounds happen. But again, SJSU has such a big advantage here. The first ultimate for Boise being used, that's going to be the Seekers coming out to try to find what's going on this site. On flank, that is going to be Ethan. Doesn't grab one, is getting shot through the wall. Looks like he doesn't have a way to get out. Master grabs one, Skellis grabs one. Oko on the flank grabs 2 and uses the ult to try to finish out the round. Master with a great shot. Jackson with 100 HP and the dream of winning this map.
Oh, I saw the vision there, but Master decided to have a class of his own there. 4K getting picked up.
4K for Master there. Great round. And like I said, with cycling those ultimates, you do have 2 left. But again, that was 3 ults committed to win that round versus SJSU's 2. That's not where you want to be. That's not the position you want to be in at all.
And now, even despite getting the win there, they can't even go for the full buy. Just shows how crippled they were. And then SJSU in the exact opposite spot lost the round pretty hard, but still able to pick up like nothing happened.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see a fairly aggressive take here. Damio dogging up. KOS already in hookah. Ethan grabs 2. Master going for the res. Needs to make something happen here. Oh, tries to avoid Ethan's crosshair, but Ethan and Kompeki duo getting those 5 kills to finish out the round. And SJSU will take map 1 13-7.
My gosh, what a dominating performance coming out here from SJSU. Really felt like everyone did their part, but I mean, without a doubt, I mean, Kompeki, Ethan putting in absolutely ridiculous performances. I mean, both of them picking up KDs of 2. Like, that's just nuts.
That's absurd. That's ridiculous.
Can
we get ref? Can we get the ref in here?
Like you gotta do something, bro. Like they're going too crazy.
We need something to happen here. But it looks like going into map 2, SJSU is also going to be on attack for the beginning of map 2. I am curious to see. I actually wasn't able to look at the map pool beforehand. I don't know if you were able to either.
Absolutely not.
So I am curious. I'm not sure which one was SJSU's map pick and which one is Boise's. But I'm very curious to see what map 2 will be and how Boise is going to be able to adapt. They have time to talk to their coach now. They have time to reset and make something happen in this next match. But it's not going to be an easy one. Not going to be an easy adaptation either.
Man, it's pretty rough. I mean, I was kind of touting this matchup as going to be, you know, like the clash of the Titans, right? Like 6-0 on both sides. Both teams have been doing really well. But, I mean, even with San Jose State's roster trolling there in the beginning a little bit. It just was domination all over the board.
I mean, hey, they said Freelo, and that map one did look a bit like Freelo to me.
Goodness. I mean, I feel like if you're SJSU, just kind of keep doing what you're doing. But what we are going to be doing is going to be cutting over to a quick break while all of our players get things situated and we get this next map underway. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back here with more SJSU Valorant action. We are back with even more action here at SJSU Esports. Some beautiful weekend league Valorant here for you today. Got a Mountain West matchup of San Jose State Esports repping the Spartans, and then Boise State University on the other side repping those Broncos.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this map 2 goes, especially with that long of a break. That means that Boise did get a very long time to talk to their coach, even regardless of, you know, I think there was a little bit of a technical difficulty. I think somebody ended up leaving the lobby or something, or maybe computer crashing, resetting, something along those lines. So they did get a good opportunity to talk to their coach. I'm very excited to see the adaptations that Boise State is able to make here, but the comps already looking fairly different from each other. No Omen from the Boise roster, and the SJSU roster does have that Omen, so I am very excited to see what difference that makes. That's a huge rotational advantage. It's a huge advantage with how precise you can be with your smokes, and opting instead to run, I believe the Viper will be run by Konpeki, so I believe the Clove will be the different agent here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure how the comps are supposed to work out, man. There's the Killjoy coming out on both sides. But yeah, I'm honestly not too sure how the comps are supposed to work out on this particular patch in this particular map. But I mean, like you said, with a lot of site control coming out here just because of how strong a site can be, could be very important, especially with things like Killjoy ult for both retake scenarios and in order to secure your plants, like just so strong on maps like this as well.
Yeah, pretty standard interactions as well with those Sova ult versus the Killjoy ult, kind of making sure to destroy that Killjoy ult, so you're kind of killing two birds with one stone, where they're not able to play as aggressively with the Killjoy ult. They kind of have to either put it in positions where it's harder to hit, or just let them or just say, all right, we're just going to rip it and see if they pop the Sova ult here. It's a pretty standard interaction on this map as well, just because Killjoy kind of covers all three of the sites with where her ultimate ability gets placed.
All right, we're going to be seeing some attacking side action from Boise. Going to be seeing the defense come out here from SJSU early. So far, running something real balanced here. Isn't able to find too much. So far, pistol rounds going 1 for 1.
Yeah, 1 for 1 here. That's going to be Oko getting a ton of damage on the Masters. Oko, is there a...
Yeah, we got to check in PC, bruh. There's absolutely no way that he was able to track that.
That is not normally, man. That is not normally. Skies grabs one onto Oko. Maybe Oko turned them off. It's like, all right, we're getting a little too obvious here. We gotta chill. Konpeki, with an insane timing here.
Trigger discipline on 10. There we go. There from Konpeki. Didn't want to give up too much there in regards to the information like that. They're letting them rotate. They still don't know that he's going to be coming on for the retake. Besides, what his teammates are going to give him. Jackson and Yuri double trouble on a site. Makes it so that they can barely even get the plan off.
And the more chaotic the round, the more likely SJSU is to win. And I think that nothing encapsulates that more than the first 3 rounds of a match. Pistol round, immediately into a bonus, and immediately into the bonus, where you get to carry those guns farther into the game. Those 3 rounds are going to be the most chaotic, and I don't think we've seen SJSU lose a single round in those first 3 yet.
Yep, doesn't even want to move on anything like those stingers. Just wants to pull out the rifles immediately. 3 bulldogs and an outlaw.
Konpeki with the outlaw holding C, very, very strong position with that. And it looks like Oko is going to get taken out through the wall. Ethan grabs the refrag, but we are all the way going in. Ethan with 2 and Yuri with 1. And all it is KOS and Damio who are stuck in this 2v3 with classics.
Yeah, it's like there aren't even any guns for them to really pick up either is the worst part. They have eyes on the spike, so you can't even really go for that either. At least, at least trying to get the sheriff in here.
I love that sheriff skin.
Oh, there we go. Spike has been picked up. They already know about it. Tries to get Danny through the wall. Ethan, though, barely makes it out with his life.
On 1 HP here. Konpeki has a great angle on this garage player, but it looks like we're going to be rotating Going C, actually, which is very curious because I feel like most people, the natural instinct is B and C kind of are seen
30
almost as
seconds
one
left.
area and A is seen as a different one. So going C instead of going A here, an interesting choice.
I mean, it makes sense. You don't really have the time to even really see that A play through. You just got to get something going here. Kopecky gonna try to shut it down immediately. Could get a chance to find this through the smoke. Doesn't quite land the shot with that sniper rifle, but Yuri able to pick it up once again. The Bulldogs putting in that work.
I don't know if you're when you said like see that A play through out.
No,
I
don't
don't
worry.
know if you were thinking about it.
Not intentional by any sense.
I hate you regardless of whether it was intentional or not.
My goodness gracious. I mean, hey, at the very least, the one thing that Boise State gets to see is a lot of these rifles coming through now. As you can see there, one Bulldog, but plenty of Vandals to go ahead there.
Yeah, and it looks like this will be a big round for SJSU here. Oko grabs one already. KOS with the refrag, but this C hold is going to be pretty difficult. Oko grabs another one, and already this is the chaos that I've been talking about. 2v3, and you have 3 guns for SJSU already.
Yeah, couldn't even really see in the further how SJSU was able to pick up those 3 kills, but just so good in those scrambling spots. Right now, Kopecky doesn't have much to his name in regards to that health. Now see some activity there on the A site. Gonna come on down to Oko and his partner there on the Omen to see who is going to be able to pick this up here. Yuri has been so good on these controlling agents, continues that dominance there.
And it looks like Yuri is going to be able to see the Killjoy in short and know exactly what to do on this A site. They're taking a great attack here. Oko going a little crazy, getting a little frisky. Damio gets a right click, and Yuri against Damio. Yuri picks it up and grabs the round again. A perfect first 3 rounds for SJSU here.
As I mean, we've seen it time and time again. They are unstoppable in the first 3 rounds on either side, defending or attacking.
No, this is where this SJSU roster shines. I mean, they're able to see those rounds through every single time. And Boise, again, just on the back foot with their economy, are really struggling to put together not even just a buy, but really anything here.
Yeah, I mean, Yuri so far has been flawless through these first 3, picking up a total of 6 kills and 8 kills participated in total over 3 rounds. That is a nuts stat line.
Yeah, Jackson with this. Oh my.
What?
What a shot from KOS to take out Jackson there. I was going to say Jackson with that Odin is going to be a threat to be reckoned with, but
No.
it gets taken out instantly before any damage is done.
Said absolutely not. Once again, the deja vu coming through. We've seen those first 3 rounds go SJSU's round, and then they tend to ease up off the gas a little bit, you know, try to have some fun with it. And so far, it's been him in the behind twice.
Yeah, this SJSU roster just incredibly strong, incredibly powerful here. They're forcing Boise into such an awkward position. 2 players lurking up mid to B, and SJSU doesn't know as they don't have their Omen or their Sova alive.
They didn't see Kopecky with the tracking. They just are going to have to make a blind guess and pray that he's in there. They know one's on site already. They're going to go and run through. Kopecky picks up 2 and gets more than enough value out of his positioning.
Yuri is able to grab 1 if Oko doesn't absolutely stop Ethan from going anywhere. And Oko grabbing that one, but maybe being a little greedy, maybe wanting that kill for himself, you know?
Yep, and once again, we're going to see the timeout come on through. Now, something looking a little bit different from San Jose State. I mean, we saw them win the last 3 rounds on CT side beforehand, but then Boise was able to bring it back once, you know, they kind of let off the gas. But this time, even with having a little bit more free will in their spirit, SJSU still able to pick that one up. 4-round lead. It's looking real hard to overcome here for Boise.
SJSU is also in a very interesting position with their composition. One of the things that they did is they only brought 1 set of smokes, which generally most teams right now are looking at 2 sets of smokes, trying to make sure that they can deny as much information as possible and make it as hard as possible for the other team to know what's going on. But SJSU with just the Omen here, opting instead of the second smoke, going for a Killjoy to bring a defensive threat and bring 2 duelists as well with that Yoru and the Neon here. It's such an aggressive comp, and yet it's working so well on defense.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, that has kind of been the SJSU flavor, right? Is bringing 2 duelists, bring a lot of aggression in regards to the kits. But what makes them so different from the rest and how they've been able to find success year over year is by having a bit of a slower step, even with more aggressive agents. Here we go, that we see Oko just going ahead, getting a little bit of free fire to ensure that that B site is nice and secure. Rotates over to A, leaving Kompeki alone, trying to deal with an op.
Kompeki against an operator here, especially with a Phantom, is not the gun you want to be with. Damio misses the rotation from the Neon, not knowing that Neon is going C side. And now Oko getting aggressive on this garage angle. Will get into... Oh, the timing! Damio does not see Oko. And Oko gets into such an aggressive position here.
Oh, they see him now. Oko's got to get out of there. They do know that he rotated over to C side. Kompeki tries to slow down some of that momentum, but Damio goes ahead, avenges his teammate. Now, once again, this push that was looking good through long is going to have to be repurposed, this time looking like a B site push.
B site is such an aggressive site to push as well. You need to hold the site aggressively, and it looks like Jackson is working up towards spawn. Skies doesn't manage to get the kill onto Oko, and the Killjoy is activated for the attackers. Oko getting aggressive on that Killjoy, not going to get one. Jackson does manage to grab one. Yuri manages to grab one, and all that's left is the Killjoy. Yuri gonna cancel that ult in order to get out and get back into the site, and Damio gets picked off by an incredibly heads-up play from Yuri.
Man, Yuri utilizing that ult to make sure that Killjoy's ult, which is, you know, the reason why they like to bring Killjoy over to Haven, gets neutralized, and now, who is it? Damio's gonna have to bring that one all the way up from scratch.
Yeah, those 9 ult points is not an easy road back. 4 kills, 5 deaths in order to get that in the first place. And that took 5 rounds, so you might be lucky to see one more. Yuri's going crazy.
I mean, I feel like we are seeing the traditional, more towards from SJSU side. It's like, you know, even though the person's considered the ace, oh my goodness, Oko was able to pick one up there. Looking so good. They know they keep spraying through that wall, know that at least one more is there. Jackson able to pick that one up. Cause gets one, but Jackson once again with this Odin looking good.
And Damio looking like they're going to spend time in spawn, maybe trying to just grab something, trying with the Guardian to get anything. That's going to be a lot of damage from that Odin here. Yuri, fake teleport. Trying to play mind games with Damio here, and now we are down to a 2v1. We've given too many 1v1s up to this Boise roster, and Kompeki grabs this final kill of the round.
Yep, Peeker's advantage coming through there. Already knew what it was gonna mean. I mean, 6-0 so far. Once again, SJSU looking real dominant, but caked it up another gear in this map compared to that bind.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if Bind was a Boise pick, and now SJSU. This is just straight domination. In the words of, I believe it was Jackson Freelo.
Goodness gracious. I mean, so far here, not a single player on this SJSU roster without a positive KD.
No, this is disgusting. We're going very, very fast up mid, though, making everything happen as fast as possible. Oko whips some shots, allows the Boise State team to go into mid, looks away, and Yuri gets taken out as well. What a fast and furious take from this Boise roster.
Oh, Jackson just goes, that's praising the smoke, sees one behind the wall.
Jackson's gonna have to take a minute to reload.
I was gonna say, how do you get the reload off here? Oh no.
Oh no. This is scary. This is scary for this SJSU team. Dropping 1 round is going to be a lot, but again, forces the ult out of Master, and that's not what you want to see. Ethan gets overtaken, but I'm almost wondering if you should have saved that for a round in the future. You had the Vipers pit up, and you had 3 people alive. That's more than enough to make sure that the bomb stays down, and yet forcing that ult out, forcing that Clove ult out, could have been a huge misplay there.
Yeah, man, it's not the round that you want to lose there. I mean, I say that you don't want to lose. That's only if you're going for the most ideal, 13-0 scenario, because regardless of how that round went, I mean, things are looking just about the same as they were last round.
Yeah, one of the things is SJSU's ult economy is up incredibly. They have... Oh, Ethan's already all the way up mid. Jackson juking, unfortunately gets tagged once. Ethan grabs one up mid. Oko grabs one. Ethan teleports out. 3v5 for this SJSU roster now.
And with that early man advantage, they get to get coverage on every single site. So good from SJSU so far. They have Jackson and crew going to be watching it there with the Odin and 2 Vandals. Meanwhile, you've got Kompeki watching the site alone. I mean, and of course, you can trust him on that. Then you got Thandy watching B, looking like complete coverage. Whatever Boise State tries to choose, they better choose correctly, or they're going to be going down 6 rounds once again.
Yes, and this is another very difficult situation because it looks like they're going to try to end on that A site, and that's not where you want to be ending in this round when SJSU have 3 people on that site. B obviously hasn't been working very well. They did get the 1-round win on there, but it's not been the easiest site for them to defend on a post plant. C also hasn't been working at all. Kompeki is being perfect on that defense there, and so A is what they're gonna go for, but I don't know if this is the right choice when so much defense on A.
Oh, they heard that A site. Here, Master trying to go out here. 1 kill goes over to Jackson. Got Thanny trying to go ahead and defend this now. They have to plant, and they can't just yet.
Oh, that's gonna be.
They might get it off.
Kompeki grabs it with the molly. Plant goes down, and that will be 1v1 here. Killjoys against each other. Oh, Kompeki! That was disgusting.
Man, able to see that head and immediately get the crosshair down in time. Regardless of the bloodshed, SJSU once again finds himself on top.
6-0, 7-1, same round differential, and again, Boise can win out from here. But SJSU is still in an incredibly commanding position. 7 wins on defense, and their comp looks almost more attacking sided.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, just the aggression that you're going to be seeing from the Neon, and of course, I mean, you have the Sova ult and Shock Dart in the tank to clear up those sites as well. Like, I mean, there's just so much damage that this team can do on the offensive side of things, but their defense has looked so strong.
By the way, KOS is 1 HP.
Yeah, how does that even happen? What the heck is going on?
Kompeki grabbed one already. I don't know what's going on. Kompeki with the Phantom grabs one all the way down long. That is an op on the side of Boise in the hands of Neon.
I got spied.
But I don't think that that'll be enough here with... I mean, you have your Vipers on 1 HP. 5 seconds into the round, you have somebody dead. Kompeki is lurked up in garage, and you don't have a way to grab info with that Sova being dead.
Meanwhile, Yuri up at full util loses the fight even with the peak.
Now that garage control is perfectly sealed, they do see the hole in A, recognize it, immediately start going into A. Viper working her way in. Yoru is going to be discussing. Jackson grabs one. Yoru on site already, and there's already infinite support.
Oh no, and with the tracking dart, you knew that that round was going to be something fierce. Everything working out there for San Jose State.
That was disgusting.
Man, it's like when you already have the 2-man advantage and then the tracking dart picks up the rest, it just makes it too easy for marksmen like this.
Makes it too easy. I need to take a shower after that one. Ugh.
Gross.
Oh, that was a gross round. Now, this round though, again, I mean, Boise losing all these rounds in a row, they're making 2,900 credits a round, but that's not enough. You can only buy a rifle with that. You can't restock on your util. You can't restock on anything else. KOS with that Marshall, though, does grab one onto Jackson. Ethan lurking up mid, might be able to make something happen here on a great flank. Oh, no.
Oh, completely misses.
Oh,
No way.
Oh, that trigger discipline as well. Ethan sees one, doesn't opt to get the kill, instead grabs two. Ethan grabs two with the mist drone. Are we playing Rainbow Six Siege with that mist drone there?
Oh, might be able to get 3 as well. KOS this time goes down. The only one who's not alive at this point is Jackson after losing that fight on long. Master trying to salvage this, but Oko putting up such an incredible performance. Everyone doing so well there. Just, again, the discipline to not go ahead and pick up what would have been the absolutely free kill in order to pick up 2 in exchange.
I mean, that was incredible trigger discipline from Ethan there. And I mean, to be completely honest, that may have been grosser than last round. That may have been more disgusting than last round. And I'm just, ugh.
8-round differential. I mean, just look at the credits, full buys in. You see that there's 6,000 to one name, 8,000 to another. It's like, it doesn't matter what happens. You can get hit by a nuclear warhead and you'll still have the credits to get that buyback again.
More than just the credits, you'll have the momentum, you'll have everything going your way. Oko already getting aggressive, and Skies going all the way into sight here. Great slide. Unfortunately, Ethan is just nose. Ethan was already there. Defender Killjoy coming out, and I don't believe there's a Sova ult in order to prevent that, which shuts down Boise's push completely.
It's like, whether it's up or whether they just don't want to spend it on a round like this, it's beyond me. Go that once again we see Jackson with the Odin. Oko picks up one. Yuri picks up another. Here we go. Gonna see if Yuri can go ahead and complete the 3K. Doesn't quite need it so far. Oko goes down to Master, and now the 2 final players now exposed for being on long. We might see a pincer there, not able to get to any site just yet.
Any small piece of util, any bullet, anything you could breathe on Viper right now, and she'd pass away. Master loses half of their HP in order to get that, but Master does grab 2. Jackson grabs KOS through the wall, and now it is a 2v1. Master getting a little bit of a timing. 14 seconds left, has the bomb, might be able to rotate B, instead commits to C, and Jackson with that Odin picks up yet another kill. And I mean, this is just 10-1. No matter what happens here.
The best case scenario is an 8-round difference going into the side swap. What in the world?
This is disgusting. I mean, the other thing that's disgusting is the ult economy. SJSU does have 2 ults available with 2 ults, 1 ult orb away. Boise does have 3 available with 1 away. But I don't know if that's gonna matter. If you can't use your util, it's never gonna matter. Oko already getting aggressive, sees the Viper, loses the fight. KOS grabs one onto Oko. Yuri does get picked. Kapeki grabs one onto Skies. Jackson grabs one onto Master. Master with the res here is gonna get spammed through, doesn't manage to get a kill. Ethan grabs it. 3 versus 3. A site already taken by the Viper here. Now we'll see a bit of a lull as things slow down.
It's like, I mean, this is the rare time where we are going to see in those reduced man situations an advantage coming out here for Boise State. Now left down to Jackson with this Odin. Didn't get detained. There are too many ults. You already know that Boise is going to pick that one up. Side swap with SJSU in a monstrous lead.
I'm going to be honest. I think SJSU just got a little too overconfident. I think they said, we've done it once. We can do it again. We can fight in the KJ ult, try to make something happen. But Boise had a little bit more utility than SJSU bargained for there. And San Jose State University will go and lose their 2nd round of the entire game.
What Boise can do to try to bring this back is beyond me. I mean, maybe you could salvage that last round into something special. You know, you have momentum going into the side swap. We are at a complete clean slate here with the pistol round. But the way the SJSU has been moving on these pistol rounds, I would not put my money on it for Boise.
I'm going to be honest. We're 3 rounds away from that win for SJSU. And we are starting with a pistol round. SJSU has not lost the first 3 rounds of a half yet this game. Can they keep that up? Oko does grab 1.
Oh no. Already an early 3v4. Turn that down into a 4v2. I don't believe that we are going to be planting just yet. Great usage of the ghost coming out from KOS. Kompeki goes down. Oko on his last legs, and now it's up to those 2 and Yuri to try to defend this planting.
KOS with that ghost can potentially make something happen. Having a one-shot headshot weapon is what you want in these clutch situations, because then you can potentially not lose HP on each fight. But I think KOS has wasted too much time already. That's going to be the jump peek out from Jackson. Everybody knows what's happening now. That's going to be the smoke instantly. KOS does grab 1, is looking for a second, but that crossfire is going to be deadly. Doesn't manage to get another one, and Yuri with the 3K. And again, 2 more rounds left, and SJSU has not dropped either of these 2 rounds in the entirety of this series.
It's just tradition repeating once again. I mean, we've seen SJSU and how strong they have been in these pistols. And along with that, I mean, when you have the credits advantage as this type of team, it's just too hard to stop in the round afterwards.
Oh, it's too difficult to stop, and it's just a menace. I mean, they just make everything happen every single time. Kompeki with that sniper rifle on long already picks 1 up. It looks like we're going to try to end B or C, but I don't know if that's going to be feasible. Skies with the shotgun playing close. But if you look, the whole team is rotating off. Master does have a very aggressive situation. They're trying to play these rat positions, trying to hope that SJSU doesn't see them. SJSU, though, immediately checks that corner. Yuri grabs 1 onto Master, and Jackson rotating over to C.
Rotating over to C with the spike made enough noise. Now they think that they're going to try to sit and go for the site take on B. But as you can see, we have Jackson, we have Oko, both trying to set up that C side plan.
Yeah, C also doesn't have any utility on it, so they're not going to know until it's too late. Smoke goes out onto garage. That C is going to already be completely taken. Yuri is trying to move into a garage position. The rotates coming out from Boise here. This is do or die.
Already getting rid of that dart. 4v4 scenario, not too much in regards to the guns. Oh, Stinger comes out here from Ethan, able to pick that one up.
Guys does grab 1. Damio grabs 1. Oko grabs 1 with the Vandal. That Vandal is going to be an incredibly deadly weapon. Oko grabs 2. Yuri from garage with the timing grabs another. And Boise has no guns, no money, nothing to work with in this last round.
Bad. SJSU saw how that last map said, you know what, we want to just go ahead and assert our dominance here. Now sitting on a match point with essentially nothing that Boise has been able to do. I mean, they've won, I believe, every single round by elimination. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think SJSU has grabbed a few where they did have to defuse the bomb, but overall, it's been a very aggressive, very kill-heavy game. Oko already going in, grabbing everything. Boise State needs to make something happen and make it happen fast. Damio grabs 1, Master grabs 1, Skies doesn't able to grabs another, sorry. Kompeki grabs 1. Kompeki does have the best gun, but Damio going for 3 here with that Guardian, keeping any hopes alive for Boise here.
Yeah, I mean, that is all you can do, is you can just take these things one round at a time. The economy looking pretty weak on both sides. I mean, as you can see, you have a Boise State team who just wants to devote all of the resources towards trying to get these rounds back. Meanwhile, opposite mentality from SJSU, like, we have rounds to work with. We don't got to go for these crazy buys every single time. As you can see, they're with the 2 Buckies.
What are we watching SJSU do here? This is an interesting buy strategy from them, and they're going to be pushing onto A incredibly efficiently, incredibly quickly. Oko already moving on, gonna dash through, set up the wall. This is going to be a fight for the game. Oko grabs one onto Master already. Damio takes the refrag onto Oko. Ethan aggressively going for that Guardian. Skies grabs another. Skies with this Judge looking unstoppable.
Got the Neon on an Eco, one of the best agents in this game. He only has 3 health left, and everyone goes down there. This time, Boise following in SJSU's footsteps there a little bit with that defensive round. I mean, only losing 1 player.
Yeah, no, that was an incredible round from Boise. Boise is not accepting the reality that they are 1 point away. They are trying to create their own and reject the reality that's in front of them, but SJSU still has such an upper hand. 1 single mistake from Boise could be the end.
Yeah, I mean, with those 2 round wins, though, I mean, plenty of credits from Boise's side. They could still probably end up implementing a full buy regardless of how this next round goes. And it's like, well, I mean, of course, obviously, if they lose the next round, they lose. But I mean, you know, they have enough to try to fight back here against this SJSU team.
Yeah, Oko playing very slow. The entire SJSU roster playing incredibly slow outside this garage. I don't think they know that Skies is waiting for them with a Judge. Kompeki playing very close on this garage door. If he tries to go in, Skies will probably be able to grab a pick, but Kompeki first pulls the trigger. Master grabs 2 with the Vandal, 3 with the Vandal. And this round is looking bleak for this SJSU roster. Offensive Killjoy comes out. 4 for Master. Master looking for the ace here and doesn't manage to get it. Jackson grabs 1, gets buckied, or gets shortied. And that will be 5 rounds for Boise.
Yep, I mean, Boise, obviously, if they were able to get the ace there, it would have been huge for the momentum. But now they have to deal with SJSU, who has slowly spent this time rebuilding that economy. And now both teams at full buy. This round will decide so much. Will this be the chance for SJSU to insert the dagger?
SJSU looking for the dagger. They have all 5 ults, either 1 away or having them. And the only ults that Boise has are aggressive ults that look for kills rather than utility-based ones. This SJSU roster could very well end it all here.
Here we go, got KOS on long. Gonna be met by 2 SJSU players there.
They know Damio's in garage. They don't know Damio's in garage. Kompeki walks all the way up, but Damio misses a lot of shots. Kompeki grabs 1, Jackson grabs 1, KOS grabs 1. This attacker Killjoy is in an incredibly dangerous situation. Oko grabs 1, retreating. Master uses the resurrection to make sure they have man advantage, but needs a kill and needs one fast. 50% of that ult used, 75%. Something needs to happen here. Yuri grabs the pick. Boise with 3 alive.
We're seeing how Ethan and Yuri have been playing. This could look good. Sees where the util comes out. It's a great rotation, but now location revealed. You just got to be better than him. Picks up 1. If he's able to pick up the next one, this game will be over, but loses the fight to KOS. Great headshot with the Vandal and with the defuse. Exactly the round you're looking for. Able to win 4 straight now.
Boise making this comeback happen slowly but surely. Damio and KOS dragging the team, kicking and screaming to round after round victory. 12-6, 1 round left for SJSU still.
A valiant effort by Damio and KOS, pulling their KDAs back up over the 1 marker, trying to deter this SJSU side from thinking that they had it easy. And so far, this roster already looking shook.
I think they're going garage. Smoke comes out already. Oko's entered garage. They're going for this KJ. Killjoy goes down by KOS again, keeping the hopes of Boise alive by getting kill after kill. Plant going down. The Viper's Pit and the Sova, the Hunter's Fury are the only two ultimates left for Boise to work with.
A little bit rough when it comes to the retake side. They know that at least one's on the site, and has the read there, was shooting through the boxes, doesn't quite get the kill that they're looking for though. But they know that Oko is sitting there waiting. Master picks it up with the Vandal. Master goes down. KOS follows in his footsteps, and Yuri with a 1, 2, 3 in the headshot category. Gonna be it there for SJSU, once again picking it up 13-6 in the victory.
What an incredible play from SJSU. Boise tried to escape the reality where they were not quite there. Match point, 10 rounds to 2, trying to claw their way out. But alas, the boulder of Sisyphus falls down, and SJSU completes the inevitable.
Yep, 7-0, and not only 7-0, but also still has not lost a map yet in Mountain West play. They are looking absolutely unstoppable. I mean, they still have a couple tough matches coming up from what I know. I don't believe that they have played GCU in the run back, so got to be seeing what they're going to be doing with that. But so far, I mean, San Jose State looking to be in prime position to go for a Mountain West trophy run.
I'm very excited to see SJSU. I mean, all of our rosters this year have been absolutely dominant. The Frost roster being undefeated. The SJSU Valorant roster undefeated. Our Overwatch roster, I believe, is 3-1, 4-1 now. And I mean, every roster that's playing, they're all doing their part. So very, very excited to see that this SJSU roster has been, the Valorant roster has been performing incredibly here.
Yeah, I mean, spring is definitely looking like the season for esports so far. I mean, was that, I think, a total of 2 losses total across all 5 sports playing right now. Like, that is absolutely nuts. And I mean, Valorant, as we said, this Valorant varsity roster just leading the charge here in terms of the excellent standard that we set here at San Jose State.
No, it's been incredible. But alas for us, that will be the stream for today. An incredible one nonetheless, but unfortunately, there's no more Valorant to be played today. I have been Whimsic.
Yes, and I have been Avian. Thank you all for joining us today. As you can see here, we have the socials down on the bottom. Follow those, follow the Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see even more SJSU esports content. But as we mentioned before, that is going to be it for Valorant today. Take care. Have a good weekend.